"She was too ugly for me, Papa," he said. "I cannot marry a woman who makes me want to gouge my eyes out, can I? Would you truly condemn me to such a match?" Adriano sighed heavily and shrugged, asking for more wine from a passing servant. It was a lost cause, he could see, but he worried that his eldest was setting a bad example for his two younger sons, Diaz and Esteban. They had listened to Aristeo's story with glee, and even now were trying to shoot food out of their nostrils in demonstration. Adriano let it go on because tonight it was only family. His children, his wife's brother, and his family, plus Adriano's mother and father, all the way from Pontevedra. Abuelo and Abuela liked nothing better than to see how lively and joyful their grandchildren had become, even if it was at someone else's expense. But then again, this entire meal was at someone else's great expense. Elisiana's. She'd been forced to attend, just like she'd been forced to entertain her mother's visiting relatives since their arrival. That included her uncle's new wife's son, who was a knight serving the Earl of Lincoln. His name was Adolf, of all things, because his father's family came from Saxony. He was tall, very fair, with a big nose and a wide forehead. He wasn't unkind or appalling, but more like a slice of white flour bread soaking in a bowl of milk. He was bland, mushy, and pale. There was no excitement. In fact, there wasn't anything about Adolf de Rade that Elisiana found attractive or even interesting, and she deeply resented her parents trying to throw her at the man. At 20 years and 1, she was considered old for an unmarried woman, and knew very well that her parents were in an increasing state of panic over it, a problem that seemed to be solved when her uncle married the widowed Lady de Rade, and the woman came with an unmarried son. And here they were. But Elisiana had a plan. She was always the girl with the plan, always the girl who looked at life as if she actually had a choice in it. As the only daughter of a very traditional family, the reality was that her choices in life were few. She was expected to do as her parents told her, and a little more than that. But the unfortunate fact was that Elisiana was not a young woman inclined to be a subject to her parents' whims. Her mother was a relatively meek woman who did what her husband told her, and Adriano believed that all women needed a man to guide them. That was where Elisiana parted with her father. From the day she learnt to walk, Elisiana had been the independent sort.